Our God is awesome. He reigns from heaven with wisdom, power, and wisdom. Our God is an awesome God. Our God is awesome. He reigns from heaven with wisdom, power, and wisdom. Our God is an awesome God.
Okay. Welcome, students. I want to, if you made sentences, I want you to come up and sign what you can, and I'll help you with the words that you don't know, so that way you can at least sign a sentence now. You've had a lot of signs that I've taught you, so you should be able to make sentences out of something. So who would like to go first? Mine is a sentence. Anybody get it?
I love the Lord, my Savior.
I don't know, say, he is my,
You're talking about
he is my Savior.
He's my Savior. He's up here.
He,
but no
yes.
pointing. He is my. You can do my Savior. Awesome.
So this is Savior?
Savior. S.
S.
This is a sign for save. And remember, I told you this is a sign for person. So Savior. Save person, Savior. But remember, when you talk about the Lord, you never point. I know I did. Sorry, Lord. But you always want to give reverence to God. I mean, He's God, so you give reverence, never point. And many people do, and every once in a while I catch myself, but nope, God. Anyone else have a sense? Those were great. Linda? Very good. Did you know?
It's nice to meet all of you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very good. Awesome. Who would have thought this is your third week and you're making sentences out of what you've learned? Last decision. What did she say? Yeah, what was it?
I love chicken pizza.
Oh, okay. She loves chicken pizza. Chicken, remember it's up like that, and then pizza's the V, and then you crunch it down, or like two X's, and then you draw the Z, pizza.
Maxine, for chicken, is it here or is it, oh, yeah, I didn't do that.
Sometimes
well.
they do like this, because you know that they pack,
Right.
but when you're interpreting and you need to get going, you just shorten it to that.
I've got extra words.
Ooh. Oh,
Which is what I always,
help with?
that's what I always did in class. She'd say use 10 words and I'd look up 30 more and learn new ones and stuff. So I'm just going to do what I can think of.
Okay.
So I have to look at the ceiling.
Right.
You know, you have to place
Oh.
who you're talking about. But I have to stop and think about my words, so I'm always going like this with Joyce, and she's laughing because I've got people up on the ceiling and all that. So, okay. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Is that the right way to do that?
Yes.
Okay.
But, okay. Okay. You know what that one is?
Lord is my shepherd.
Yes. She did a sign that you all don't know yet. She did sheep. You could either do it this way or this way. It's like you're cutting the wool off the sheep. And then the agent, sheep person, shepherd. But she forgot one thing. Did anybody figure it out?
Yes.
She realized what to do that.
Where did Levi is?
No.
Oh, did I? I don't know.
Lord. You're given, because there's lords on the earth, which are not the Lord. Right? So, the Lord is my shepherd.
I could just do that. But I have seen you do
I'm
that.
always
Do it again.
Lord. Because it's giving honor.
Okay.
And then sometimes there's a scripture, I don't know exactly what it is, but it talks about the gods of this world. And you don't sign God. You spell G-O-D-S, because the gods of this world, that's the enemy, the devil. So me, I never want to give him anything. So I'll always spell G-O-D-S or G-O-D of the world. But God, oh, it's always God.
She was wondering if she didn't see you.
Oh, okay. I raise my hand it's the B hand, and you go up like this and down, but as you're doing and coming down, your other hand is going up, is giving honor. Like this is a sign for exalt, but you can sort of say you're exalting God. Well, God is exalted, but you know what I mean? You're just giving honor to him, and that he deserves that, and so it's, wow, God. I know it takes coordination. Sometimes it's really hard. Okay, we're going to start with time, because maybe you want to say, like, what time are we going to meet for the small group? If she's in your small group. So maybe you want to ask her, what time do you want to meet? Or if you want to meet her for lunch. So these are some good signs. I'm giving you a variety of signs so that way, you can like pick and choose, and maybe they fit in with the vocabulary that you'll have in talking with her. So time is just like, you're pointing to your watch. And then there's time, that's the T, and it goes in a circle on your hand. That would be like ages, medieval time, ages, ages ago. This is the sign for a long time ago, in the time period of 1900 or something like that. So that's time as in ages past or long time. And then sunrise, they just have on the picture going up like this, but I like to do this because sunrise, that's the sun and its rays coming out. So you could do it this way, you could do it this way. I've seen it both ways. And then that's sunrise, sunset. As I put my hand down, then I start closing it because the sun's not out anymore. So I just do up like that, because this is the horizon. So you go up and then down. So like this is like that flat O, I think I talked about that. So you go to like an F to a flat O. Sunrise, sunset. You know that song, Sunrise, Sunset. Okay, the next page. Day. Always, this is be the horizon when you're talking about day. And it's just like day. Like this is a sign for now. So now day is today. Today. You don't say now day, but this is a sign now day. So it's today. Oh, that's the next sign. They have now like this, but this is how I see it all the time and how I do it now. And then they have then they have today, now day. That's the same thing. And every day or daily. Sign for girl was this, but this is every day. Now, when you do this sign, you have to be careful because if you do this, that means menstrual period. So you don't want to say, well, I go to work every day. What? Yeah, so every day. So I was even last night talking with my grandson about signs, and I told him if you do it this way, it's this word, and you do it this way, it's that word. And it's all the same shape and hand right in the same general area. So you have to the movements are very important. This way or this way. This is every day. And then the other one. Okay. Morning is like that. No, like that. Don't do that.
This though, Joyce told me this. It's like good morning, she told me.
Good morning.
She didn't bring the arm out, she just said.
Well, sometimes it depends on the deaf person how they do their signing. So if she does, what, good morning, see, as we doing the wrong sign, going like that or like that, that's, insulting. So maybe she just wants you to do that so you're careful and you're not doing, the wrong thing. It's not, but that's okay. We love you. So, morning. So you can say good morning. As long as you have your B hand there and the B hand down here and going up. That's good. Any questions? If you have questions, just ask. Okay, noon, your horizon again, and your hands like that. That's noon. Because like high noon, 12 o'clock, the hands are pointing, are up like this, so that's noon. And then afternoon, you bring it down a little. It's facing forward, not sideways, forward. A little bit cupped. See how I have my hand a little bit cupped? A little bit cupped. In the night, you just bring it down, like to your wrist. Night. So it could be night, tonight, every night, last night. You go last night, tonight, and then all night, your horizon. And this is a sign for all. To your hand. Put one hand out, then take your other hand and circle around it. So all night, you have your horizon and you're doing all night. I know it's hard. Have your horizon. Take this hand, start at the top, and go around all night. Right, it just takes practice. And then we think we're so coordinated until we start doing this, and then you find out, not so much. Then early, there's a couple ways of doing it. You can do early, middle fingers down across your top of your hand. These fingers are up. Don't let go of them. Your thumb is out. And you just go early. Early. Or early. That's smart. There's a new one on the side. Same thing, smart. Smart. This, super smart. Because this is, yeah, super smart. So you get little extras as we go along. Okay, questions? You understand how to do that one? Okay, great. And then late or not yet? Late. Maybe I'm going to be late for work. Late or not yet. Not yet is a couple movements. Late is one movement. I'm going to be late. And then tomorrow, very similar to all the other ones up in this area, but you can do that tomorrow. The thumb goes up, like it goes from your chin to like thumbs up tomorrow. Very good. And then yesterday, it's the Y. You go from your chin to the back of your jaw. Yesterday. Because like this would be like today, and then yesterday's in the past, so you bring it to the back. Yesterday. On the side of your chin, like here, and then go back to your here if you want to. There you go, yesterday. It's hard, and we'll take our time, not in a rush. Always, forever, everlasting, eternal. You take like your one, you circle, and then you turn it to the Y and send it out. Not that I love you. Oh, always love you? Yeah. Forever. I love that sign. Forever. And then when you're talking about, like sometimes when I'm interpreting, like God is from the ages past to the ages now and ages future, you do forever this way. He's from the past and he's in the future. So it's forever backwards. Forever one way, the right way, and then one going back. So you circle, and then one goes forward, one goes back. You gotta think about it. It's like rubbing your tummy and tapping your head, But I love doing that one too. I just love interpreting for God because it's awesome, really awesome. Okay, and then still or yet, I do like still like that. Or even one hand still. They have it just going out like that. But it, either way's fine. Still or still. You know, that's your preference, you know, because this is an old book that I'm using, and, you know, the signs evolve, so maybe from here they just went to the one hand. Okay, got it? Okay, hour. We did time with the T in the circle. Now the hour is just like the number 1, and you circle it. So that's like 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours. So it's just a circle on your B hand. Yeah, just like that. And then minute, you're just, you know how the minute hand goes like that. So it's like 5 minutes, 1 minute. The numbers are out here, and then you do the minutes. You know, you can just do it twice, movement if you want to. Or a minute, or just like, wait a minute.
That's interesting, because it's 1, 2, 3 for minutes, but it's 1, 2, 3 for counting.
Do that again?
You're counting, or excuse me, 1, 2, 3 for
Mhm.
counting, but it's 1, 2, 3 for minutes. Isn't that what you did?
Well, I did like 1 minute, or usually you just do a, wait a minute,
Uh-huh.
2 minutes. You were thinking I did the hours.
When you were doing the number 3 for minutes.
3 is
hour-
always this way
Oh, I
inside.
thought you did it this way, so that's why I was confused.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay, I thought you did it this way, that's why I was
No,
questioning.
that's 6.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Good. I'm glad. I want to clear it. I don't want any
Okay.
confusion, because then you won't understand how to be doing it. A week, take your hand. You know how we did nice? Now, if it's 1 week, 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, however many weeks. You just take that number and slide it across your hand. I don't know if I taught you holy, that you take your H hand and slide that across. Sometimes I'll do holy when I get to about the middle, then I'll do that, because holy is clean and pure. So I'll do H for holy and then finish it off like clean. And pure, you can do the same thing, P across and then to flat. Okay, next week and last week, there's some signs that, you know, you show in space of the time period. You know, future is always in front of you, and in the past is always behind you. And then the now is the week. But next week, you bring it forward. So it's the same thing I did week, but now take it off your hand and bring it forward. Hand goes this way. Go across and bring it forward. So however many weeks. And then if it was last week, last week. Last week. It's pretty easy, right? Long time ago. And then month, you do this, take your month, go down, just one movement, like you're making a cross, but go all the way down. Now if it's next month, you're bringing your hand forward and sliding it down as it's going forward, next month, or last month. But if it's this month, you just keep it straight. This, like this month, next month, last month, because that's bringing it into the past and bringing it into the future. Got it? Okay. Oop, the last page might be upside down, because when it didn't get through the thing, when I was printing them, and then I did it, you know, had to do it last, and then I got stapled upside down, so sorry about that. Okay, we did last week, we did next week, we did month. Oh, it's probably the same ones. Okay, year. That's the same thing. Year. So you have your S hands. One stays where it is, and the other one circles. Just circle it. And if it's next year, you just hit it and out. Or you can go next year. Next year. Last year. Last year. 2 years ago. So you just hit it, and if it's next or last. And then if it's, depending on how many years, you do that number. Okay? Any questions on any of these signs? These are pretty good, not too bad. Right? Okay. Now we have verbs. This is only part one, there's a part two. I mean, this is the book I'm using, just to let you know, The Joy of Signing. And if you want to go to a library, I'm sure they have it. You can either borrow from the library or bookstore. You can purchase it. Maybe Amazon still has it. Visual dictionary signing. Barb has a visual dictionary signing book, and does it similar, has the pictures. There's so many different resources out there that you can use for sign language. There's a website called, you go hit www.aslpro.com, and it's a visual signing. It has the alphabet. You click on what letter you want, and there's a whole bunch of words on there that you can click on that word, and then there's a little box with someone signing that word, and you can click it over and over again until you get it if you don't get it at first. So that's very helpful. Sometimes it's like, oh, I need to look up a science word or a math word, and they might have it in that list. They also have a religious, I believe, a religious dictionary in there too. They're dictionaries, and you can look up some Christian signs and symbols too if you want to. I think there's one more, but I don't remember what it is. But that's a great resource to help you visually see the signs like you're seeing me do them, that you can do it in your own home at your computer. So I'd advise you to do that if you're really pursuing to learn a little bit more, since we're ending tonight. So these next words are verbs and related words, and the first one is make, and it's just back and forth. Don't get that mixed up with coffee. So coffee's, you make it a circle, but make is you're going back and forth. So yeah, make coffee. There you go, you got a sentence right there. This is your first week and you got it. Yeah.
Now.
Yes, now.
That is helpful.
A sentence with 3 of the words you learned. Awesome.
Yeah, kill.
The next one is break. Put your S hands and you just break it. If you have a broken heart, you break it by your heart. Broken heart. But we don't want anybody with broken hearts.
Does that apply to every body part? Broken knee, broken ankle?
Yeah, you could do break and then point.
Probably break your ankle if you try to.
Yeah, bending down to do it. The next one is a variety of words: must, necessary, need, ought, should, have, or have to, supposed to, should, or must. And when you do must, you're implying something, so your face has a must. You have to get your eyebrows put on. I must go. No, I must go. I must. You must go. So remember when you're doing some of these signs. Yeah, must make coffee, please, now. Excuse, forgive, pardon, exempt, and waive. Simple sign, excuse. Or excuse. Or forgive me. If you did an offense to somebody, oh, please forgive me. So forgive.
How's that different from pure?
Okay, this is just like on this part of your hand. And pure, you can do P and then like that, or just clean. That's on the whole part of the hand. But forgive is just down at this part, like from your little finger across. Wait. I'm waiting. Your face has to get involved. Like many times at the doctor's office, oh, waiting and waiting such a long time. Come on. So wait, wiggle your fingers. Look, watch, observe, and survey. Or survey, like you're looking at something. So you take like number 2, or the V, point, the middle finger touches your cheekbone up there. Look it around. Checking it out. If you really look at it, really looking, use both hands, I'm looking. And then to see some, oh, I see that. You turn your hands around this way. This is to look around. Oh, now I see that. Because like a prophet or a prophecy, how's that go? Prophet, they see, they're a seer. So it's see or look. Oh, there we go. Prophecy, that's the next one. I have to look further. I was doing it right, yay. Predict, forecast, foresee, and prophecy. You have your hand up here. You're looking, and then it turns around and it sees it. And you get your face. Yeah, that's good. You've got a good face. Joyce, I like that. And then if you notice something or you spot something or recognize, you point to your eye and then come into it. I noticed that. Oh, I recognize that. I don't know how to describe about that. All right, it says here the origin to see and show. Okay, yeah, this is a sign for show. I'm going to show her the picture. So show. So, I see it and I'm showing it. So that's to notice. Next page. Any questions? No. Okay. To search or look for something, or examine, you take your seed hands. I always use two hands because I just think doing one's not enough. Searching, looking all around. Where is it? You lost your ring or something. You're searching and searching and searching for it. In, you go in. There you go. Search, search, search. Okay. Allow, let, may, permit. So, allow, let, and may. You just do. Even permit. You can do it using one sign, but sometimes people sign letter queuing, they call it, and like permit, they use the P's in permit. But ASL way is B hands. You're allowing something, you're permitting something, you're letting something. But sometimes for permit they do P's. And that's okay, it just depends. Each deaf person you're talking to has a variation to themselves. And so some of them like English, and so permit would be the better choice. Some are a little bit ASL in English, and you can get away with doing permit. Just depends on the deaf person that you're talking with. And then maybe, or perhaps, maybe. And then they have try, attempt, and effort, and those, they all use the letters. T, try, and then A for attempt, and E for effort. Effort, try, attempt. Good. I'm watching. Because I want you to do it right, so that way, it's all in the production of the sign. That's very important. And then the second important thing is your face and your body language. The deaf love it when you're very animated. And that's what Joyce likes about me, because I get animated. And then I've seen other interpreters are just nothing. It's like, come on. It's an emotion, but you have to copy the person that's talking, so sometimes I have to be careful in my animation. I get too animated and I have to tone it down or get it lively. One time I was interpreting in a Baptist church, mostly a black congregation. They're awesome. And so the pastor, I never saw him as he's preaching. And he's like getting all like this, and I'm just getting all like that. And afterwards, this one woman came to me and she said, every time he went this way, you went the same way. Every time he went that way, I went that way. And I had no clue because I couldn't see him. But I was like a perfect match to everything he did. I was just like amazed. can we help you? You coming for class? Come on in. Okay, let's see. The next sign is keep. K's, keep. Just give it 2 taps, keep. Okay. Keep is not 2 taps because careful is. So keep is just that. But careful, be careful. And use your K's, be careful. Continue, endure, permanent, you know, something that's always. Your thumbs are together like this, and you just push it forward. Continuously. It can even be for, you can even use that a little bit as forever, but the forever, that's the better sign, but continue. You know, there's different ways of signing things, and they call it a register. So if you're not sure of the sign, misspell it. If you know, well, it could be this sign, you do that, but if you know of a better sign, you do that one. You know, depending on who you're signing for, like if you're doing a real important event, well, you have your register a little bit higher because that deaf person probably is a little smarter. Not that I'm saying that they're dumb or anything, they're not, but maybe he has more intelligence and he's speaking to a business, so that vocabulary is different than if you're in a school. You know, the vocabularies are 2 different levels, so you want to make sure you match the level where you're at. Okay, and then stay, remain, or stand. Stand is not standing up. This is a sign for standing up, but this is more like you're taking your stand on something. So that would be your thumbs like you're doing continuous, but then you go to that. You're staying. You're remaining right where you are. Stay. Just the Y. Good job. The next one's surrender, give up, submit, surrender. You can go like from a little bit across your hands and then bring them up. I surrender. I give up. There's a song, I Surrender All. I love saying that one, I surrender all. Conquer, overcome, beat. You know, you're conquering the enemy. You're conquering. Then it goes this direction and down. Conquer. Maybe you can even have this. This shows both fists. You're conquering. You're an overcomer. And then serve, or servant and waiter. This is a sign for serve. So servant would be what? Right. Servant. That's the sign for person. So serving person is a servant. Or a server at a restaurant. Server. So you know the different meanings. And then the next one is bring. You're coming from here and you're bringing it over there. So your B hands from here to there, your bring. And carry, well, they don't have any movement for that, but it's just you're carrying it, you know, like you have your laundry basket, but you're carrying something, you got it in your hands. You're waddling when you're carrying it. Yeah, because it's really heavy. Oh, that's it. Wow, I can't believe it went through it all. And any questions on this? Any sign that, you know, that you want to see that you're not sure of, and hopefully I would know it. Because we still have a few minutes if you want.
The school.
School? School. Just 2 claps. And college?
How do you do grades? Like kindergarten, first grade?
Well, you just do the number, but this is a sign for grade. G on your hand. And then like freshman, sophomore, junior, that I still have a hard time with those because they're, I think, freshman, sophomore, junior, senior. If I'm right, if I remember right.
What's college again?
College, because you're at school and then you're going to a higher level of college. College. And then you can do university. You want to do that. Oh, you're just doing college. You're soaring, right? Yes.
Are they adding new words all the time?
Yeah, words are changing all the time because even when I'm signing here for Joy, she says, oh no, that's not it. This is how you do it. Like she said, there's a new sign for bug. This is a sign for bug. But she has something else. I don't even remember what it is, but it's totally different. She says, no, that's not the sign. And I've looked it up, and even online, that ASL Pro, they do bug.
So it's like slang or
Maybe.
languages evolve all the time.
Yeah, they do, and they change, and maybe someone does it, say, on the East Coast, and they're here and they show them, well, this is how they're talking on the bug, and they say doing something different. Well, then someone here picks it up, and then they run with it, and that's like the new sign. So, but they evolve like the countries. They change because they used to be, I guess, offensive because like Chinese or Japanese, they used to do this, because their eyes are slanty. Well, that culture don't like that. So they changed it, so China now is this, and Japanese is like that, or Japan. So, and there's others that, all those different countries, they've changed, like Germany, they do it like that, or like that, or just like that, or Germany like that. So I'm not sure which one is the exact one that they prefer, but if it changes, then you need to change with it, because that's probably insulting to them to do like this.
How about camera, photo, video?
Okay, camera, snapping, picture or photo. You put the C on the side of your face, and here you put it right here. And video is the V, you circle it, and T, V, T. So like videotape. Or you can do video or video like that. I guess they don't have videotapes anyway, that would be like VHS. So probably just a video like that. Or anything else? Yes.
Why do you say the words the and indivisible? Because I think I can almost say the pledge, but...
Oh yeah, I was a little bit practicing that the other day. The is the T, and you just go across. Indivisible, that's, let's see, that's something that's not seen right. Indivisible, that's not dividing. So, I can't remember. I haven't done that one in a long time.
In was something like this.
Yeah, that's in, and that's out. But you're not indivisible as a word. You can't divide it up. So, see, I can't think of, that's terrible. I can't think of what it means. Indivisible, I think that's not.
Can't divide it.
Okay.
Can't be divided.
Indivisible. So you could do can't divide. Well, that's, you're doing break. Can't break. I think of divide or divide. This is separate. You can't separate. You can't divide it. You want to come up and do the pledge?
I'll try.
Do what you can, and then I'll help you.
Okay.
Awesome.
I think it's awesome. Yeah.
That's awesome.
So,
Yeah.
when we say, I pledge,
Pledge.
or is it with the, no, with the P?
No.
Pledge,
Pledge. This is promise.
pledge, okay. Then allegiance with the L's.
Allegiance or support.
Okay, because
No.
the way I learned it in school was different.
Yeah, a lot of people learn things.
Allegiance, to is to this, to the flag
Flag.
of,
You could just do
of,
O to F.
of the United States.
When you do the United States, do it in a circular. United States
Of then America.
America,
And,
to which it stands.
or, yeah, for
To the Republic.
Oh, to the Republic?
To the Republic.
Yeah,
To
to
the Republic.
the Republic
Yeah, pretty sure Republic.
for, I can't remember which,
Thumbs up.
which
Which it stands.
stands one nation,
Nation.
under
Under
God,
God.
or the answer comes up, comes down.
Close. Under God. What's next?
With liberty.
With liberty.
With liberty, or
Else. Liberty.
and justice,
Justice. F's justice.
justice
For all.
for, in school they did all like that, where they signed
Maybe like
AL.
all, like that. So that means all. Or you can do all. Yeah.
Good job, Daniel.
Very good. When you're signing like that, you don't, some of the thes and ands and all that, ofs, you don't necessarily have to do, because it's sort of like understood, the deaf get it. So you're really doing the major signs. But that was very good. You just practice that more, and that'll be great. Sometimes at schools, they mean well, but they're not really teaching the true signs. Sometimes they make them up, or I don't know where they get them from a book, and I'm not sure. But sometimes they're not always right. They'll just make movements to look, like even when they have Kids Connection and they're singing, some of the songs and they're doing the signs, and it's like, okay, I know that's not the real signs, but okay. But they make it so the kids can, do it and, get it. So maybe, I don't know how they taught him, but you just have to, if you're going to sign for the deaf, or even for anyone, you want to do it right. So hope you don't mind that I made you do something different. Anybody else have anything? Okay, well, I just thank you for allowing me to come to church
Thank you.
and teach you, and I hope it's been a great help for you. I've enjoyed it, and I appreciate it so much, and I know God is well pleased with you for your desire to learn to be able to communicate with Joyce. So thank you so much.